In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace an angle stop behind a toilet that's been soldered on. We're getting right to it. Welcome everybody to Plumbing with Tim. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more of the tricks of the trade when it comes to plumbing or just learn stuff, then you came to the right place. Make sure to drop down below and hit the subscribe button. That way you're not going to miss any of my awesome videos. Okay, so last night I got out of work and I was sitting outside enjoying a cold beverage when all of a sudden my wife came out and tells me there's water all over the floor in the bathroom. So I got up and I came into the master bathroom and I noticed that shutoff valve angle stop behind the toilet. Now I shot a video about this a couple months ago showing you how you could stop a leaky valve. Well, that valve done gave out and there was water leaking out from all around the seal and everything. So I ended up having to shut this water off to this toilet, and like an idiot, I waited until it broke before I did something about it. That's why I'm here today, to show you how you can remove an angle stop that's been soldered on and replace it with a compression stop so it's easier to replace the next time. Okay, so without any question whatsoever, the first thing that you're going to need to do is head outside and shut the water off to the home before you do anything. We got the water cut off to the home. Next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and open up our faucets, kitchen, the bathroom, toilets. We're going to flush everything out of the system so we have no water whatsoever in those pipes, because we're going to need to put a torch on this thing to heat it up and get it off, and we'll show you exactly how. Such an idiot. I should have done this months ago, and what do you know, when I get home and I'm sitting down and I'm relaxing, that's when it happens. Now I have to replace that damn valve. Okay, so I'm not going to get into a lot of details about tools and all that stuff. Just pay attention to the video and watch what I use. And I'm going to show you from start to end exactly how I go about doing this. So that way, if this happens to you, you might be able to save yourself the price of calling a plumber. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking and putting a towel down here. Always have a towel when you're doing any kind of plumbing work. All right, and then some sort of a catch bucket. I'm going to remove the nut where the supply line goes into the back of the toilet. And stick around. I got to get this nut off of here that holds the supply line to the shutoff valve. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get that thing off of there, get it out of the way, because that's all it is. It's in the way right now. Alright, done and out of the way. I'm going to open up this valve and see how much water is sitting inside of here. That's why I have a catch bucket. Let's get that water out of here. Now there's still water in here because the reason why is this valve is the lowest point in your water system in your home. It's the lowest, so all the water that's running through the rest of your pipes in your home are all still draining down and they're coming out of your lowest point. We're gonna let that drain down for a second, then I'll show you the next step. Okay, now that we've gotten as much water as I possibly can out of this system, I'm gonna take a pair of tin snips. This is an escutcheon. It's made out of metal, okay? It's just to kind of pretty it up. And I want to cut this thing out of here. I want it out of the way so I have more room. So I'm going to go ahead and just snip this sucker off of here. And notice I'm wearing gloves because this thing is sharp. That's out of the way. There's all kinds of dust and crap back here. I want all that stuff out of the way so that way we don't have some sort of accident when we put heat up in here and we won't catch the house on fire. Get that nice and cleaned out. Get rid of all that crap that might catch fire. All right. So now we're ready to go. Be right back. All right, now that I know the water's down as far as I can get it, I'm going to take an adjustable wrench. Now there's a nut here. We talked about this in another video. This is what I tightened up because this thing was dripping from the handle. Well, I want to get that nut off of there. We want to take that thing completely off and get the handle and everything out of the way. Now I tightened that pretty good the last time, so yeah, I think it's probably going to give me some heck getting off there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. So, we're going to take the next step, and I'm going to get my shop vac out, and I'm going to suck the water out of this line until there's absolutely no water left or present. And then we're going to get to the torching. And I'll show you. Stick around. And I'm back with the handy dandy turbo torch, as you can see, and a pair of channel locks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick this guy on here. We're going to heat up where this thing's been soldered on and try to on-sweat that valve. Check it out. You might still have some water in there, so be careful because you're heating it up. And it might, see, I can see water popping up out of there. See that? So it's not ready. We're going to have to probably take the shop vac off. Let's see if I can get that water to boil out of there. Nope, not going to work. So we're going to have to take the next step. That's the whole reason why I tried to get that nut off of there, because this way the water would have somewhere to escape when I was heating this thing up. But that's not going to be the case. So I'm going to try to cut this piece this way, but not back here where the pipe is. I don't want to lose any pipe, but I got to get that water out of there. There she comes. Alright, so now that we got that thing off of there, what a sucker that was. It's still got some excess soldering on here and garbage. I got to get that cleaned up for our new angle stop to go on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my torch lit back up. And we're going to heat that excess solder, and I've got a little cloth so I can wipe it off. Here we go. All right, now that we got that old solder off there, our next thing is we've got to get that thing prepped. Now that thing's hot. I just got a freaking torch off of there. So I'm going to take some sandcloth that we use to prep copper, and I'm going to clean this piece of pipe real good and get it so it's nice and smooth, no problems. All right, we're close. Just want to get that extra crap off there. We have a nice smooth surface to put our new angle stop in. All right, no kind of voids, because once you put that compression stop on there, you're not going to get it back off. You got one chance to do it and do it right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Feels pretty smooth. So I'm going to stick our newest escutcheon. This is a plastic one. It's not going to rot out like the old guy was. Get that set into place where I want it to be. And I'll be right back and we'll put the new stop on. Here's our new angle stop. It's not a sweat-on solder kind. It's a compression stop. We're going to take this nut, and inside of here is a little brass ferrule. So you can see it. Oops, I dropped it. The nut's going to go on first with the threads pointing out. Slide it on nice and easy. You're going to slide your ferrule on right behind it, just like that. I'm going to take our stop where the threads are. Good old Rector 5. You see me use this on a lot of my videos, everything that's got to do with threads. Well, we're going to put it around the threads right here on the angle stop. There we go. Get that out of there. Now we're going to thread it onto this. And we're going to keep that seated back in there as far as possible. Hand tighten it. I'm going to use two tools to make sure we get a good, nice, clean deal. A pair of channel locks to hold the valve. And then we're going to take our open end wrench and we're going to tighten that nut on the stop. I'm going to get this thing on here. There we go. And here we go. You need to get this thing tight. There's no halfway with anything because you'll end up having a leak. Trust me. Man, this thing is a booger. Tell you what, I want to get that straightened out just a little bit. There you go. Now that little nut that we talked about in another video is our packing nut. All right, so just be on the safe side. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure it's snug. That way we don't start dripping out of the handle. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing completely off and go outside and turn my water onto the home. And then I'm putting the supply line back on and testing to make sure there's no leaks. Wow. So there you guys have it. Oh my God. What's so funny? Yeah, go ahead, laugh it up there, Furface. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment or a concern or whatever. Don't be like me and wait until something breaks before you fix it. If you're not sure about any of this stuff, call yourself a licensed plumber and have him come out and do it. It may be worth that extra few bucks. Sure. And thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Plumbing with Tim. Keep plumbing.